Greetings everybody and welcome back to Refugee to Industrial Regent. I went ahead and did some work off camera, built this road. I set up a little temporary water bucket filling station there. Trimmed back the tree farm to make way for that road. Also went ahead and built up a anti-fall barrier on my seawall. Because let's face it, if I fall off, it's a long swim back to the harbor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get into this boat. Now I should be able to, well, keyword is should. There's something about that back area that doesn't work so well with this boat. I may have to rethink that section of the dock. Maybe pull it back one, I don't know. But anyway, as you'll recall, my path from Byzantium, from the harbor in Byzantium, to my mine in Heliopolis goes down the river, past this island that's now roughly in the center, to the east, and then down. That's a bit of a long run, and I figure I can come up with a reasonable shortcut with a canal. So that's what I'm going to do. But first off, I also went ahead and took care of the algae that was here. It was a lot of algae, and in fairness, the sickle made it a lot easier, even if I did use all of the durability in the sickle. Now, what I'm going to do is see if I can't, let me think here. Alright, I'm going to try to get this into not quite a circular shape, but not too far off a circle either. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, wait a minute. I did that 4. So I actually have to trim this back one more, by the looks of it. And eventually I'm going to build a full lighthouse here. For the moment, I'm just going to build up some simple red sandstone bricks here with some torches on top, just to ensure that this island is marked. Later on, like I said, I will build a full lighthouse here. Whether I'll get to it later this stage or whether that's going to be a project for a future stage, I haven't decided yet. Anyway, that's, I think, 5. So this is 6. This is 7. And this is 8. There we go. Now I'm going to hop back on my punt real quick here and make my way over here and hop back off of the punt. And at this point, I've approximately marked where the canal is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it like so. And I'm also going to go ahead and put torches there and there, just to mark that side of the entrance. And then on this side, I'm going to go ahead and follow suit, like so. 5, 6, and 7. Let me go ahead and fix this here. And again, mark this with torches. Alright. Now, trying to think what the best approach would be. I mean, I was thinking to try to dig this out too deep right away, but I may not get the opportunity. Simply because the approach to this is only 1 deep. Alright. With that said, I am going to use the excavator. Take care of most of the softer materials. That works. And okay, there's my hammer. Now, what I think I'm going to do with the hammer, let me see here. Well, you know what? I'll probably let this stay as is, frankly. Alright? And then the hammer will simply let me clean all that up. Clean these 2 blocks up like so. Take care of this section here. And this block here. Go ahead and put the excavator and the hammer back in the hotbar to repair a little bit. Hop back on the punt. And sail right on through. For some reason my mini-map is showing a creeper on the island I just placed all those torches on. I think it might be a little bit underground. And there is Heliopolis. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time to torch things up to make this canal that much safer. And I will return after having returned to Byzantium. Alright, I am back in Byzantium. I think I've got the area around the canal lit up well enough. And what I'm going to do is the second and final directly water-based project for this episode. And I'm going to start by digging up this area between these 2 roads because why not? I mean, it's an 8x5 space. Not the most usable of spaces. I can't really build any structures here. At least not anything that has to have a roof. What I can do wait, was it 8x5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess that's 10x5. 10x5, excuse me. Well, at any rate, still 10x5 doesn't really change the fact that this isn't a suitable place for any sort of structure. There's nothing that I can really build here that requires a roof. However, I can do this. And I'm going to go ahead and line the edges with this sunken stone panel. Alright. Let me check something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and build 2 of these with the ornate marble panels. Let's see here. 4 of these I will put as... Let me see how this marble with dent looks. Oh, it connects. Nice. So let's go ahead and craft 4 more of those. 2, 1, and 0. Alright. While I'm at it, let's see here. Alright. Let's try these arranged marble tiles. first off. There we don't go. But I can at least put this ornate marble up there like so. Let me have a look at this. How does that... Ooh, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I just realized I'm probably going to want my vine scaffolding for this job. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it and set it up here. 3 high I think will work. I'm going to go ahead and put water there. Water there. Now, if I did this right, I should be able to set torches there and there for a little bit of lighting. Of course, that's not quite all the water I'm going to want. So let's go ahead and place down water there and there. Alright, and let's see how this looks. Alright, from this angle it doesn't look too bad. How does it look from the side? Pretty good. How are we on the lighting? Not so good at the moment, but that can be fixed. In fact, go ahead and put a torch there. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah, torches there and there. Get rid of that torch there because that torch will cover all of that. Yeah. And that looks like a completed fountain. And pretty much the only use I can plausibly make of this particular space here, at least for the time being. Now, I'm running a little bit short on time at this point. Well, in the sense that I've only been recording for about 12 minutes. There is one more thing that I would like to get to this episode. And let me make sure I get up to 27 iron and 12 gold. No, the rule of cool is not required for this. At least not as I read the rules for the challenge. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn the iron into blocks. Surround it with the gold ingots, and I get these dimensional anchors. And I've crafted 3 of them. Now, the first thing I have to do is decide where exactly I want to place these anchors, keeping in mind that I'm going to want to take into account automation in locating these anchors. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with my first dimensional anchor there. And I am going to go ahead and expand it. Yeah, 9 by 9 chunks. So 81 chunks total loaded. This is going to load, I think, at least a decent chunk of West Central Byzantium, if nothing else. Now, I do have 2 others, and I'm probably going to make all of the moves needed to place them on camera. So let's start off with a little bit of a run to Odessos, because that's where the second of these will go. Let's go ahead and set the dirt aside for the time being. Go ahead and get that light level overlay turned off. I don't really need it at this point. Now, as far as Odessos goes, go ahead and fix the chunk loading real quick. Now, I want to make sure I cover both that farm there, which I should probably harvest, but I'll take care of that off camera, as well as that farm over there. And for that purpose, the ideal location seems to be right around here. And I'll go ahead and set this to 7... yeah, 9 by 9 works too. Might as well. 9 by 9 should cover almost all of Odessos. Almost, if not all of Odessos. So now I have to run almost all the way back to Byzantium, but not quite. You may recall I have a stable here, and I am going to make use of it. So let's go ahead and get the chocobo out of here. I'm going to follow the road just a little bit, and then take the Odessos bypass. Keep in mind that until I think next stage is when I can actually build the road all the way through Odessos and be able to ride a chocobo along it. Until then, I have to bypass Odessos if I'm traveling by chocobo. Or by horse. I think I have one saddle back in Byzantium. I could use it to tame one horse for riding. No decision yet on whether or not I will do that this stage or wait until next stage. But at any rate, we are now in the icy forest. I have to admit, my routes through the icy forest seem to be slightly different each time I travel through here. Also, all of this ice makes it impossible for me to sail all the way to Petrola, which incidentally is where the third and final dimensional anchor will go. Don't worry, we're almost there. We just go to the right of this tree here, to the left of that tree, to the right of that tree, park up in the center here. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my pickaxe here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and place the dimensional anchor under this limestone here. Seems good. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go 11 by 11 here. I have to admit, I don't know how big a tree farm I'm going to be planning. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and ride the chocobo back to Byzantium. But I have hit a pretty good wrapping up point. So I will see you next time, everybody.